I have one of those Bose wave radio CDs, and these are great units, very well designed, vintage. By now they're about 25 years or more old. Now this one has obvious problem. The on-off button has been ripped off by someone, and the problem with this is that the cover cannot be taken apart easily, because this is all fused together or glued together, the two pieces of ABS plus. I have another, this is a spare case without the inside, just a case, but I plan on opening the cover, both of them on both sides, and using just part of this rubber, conductive rubber buttons, just the part where the on-off button is, and also replace the board, because I think the board has been, since it's been open, it could have some corrosion and some problems inside. This one is in a good shape in regard to the CD. Usually the CD laser goes out, and that's pretty expensive, very hard to find. It's made by Sanyo. It's kind of unusual, specific for the model. But since this is working, I plan on repairing the unit. I will link below in the description of the video, I will link a video to a gentleman who opened it up. Now, when you open up these units, you have to be very careful. When you wedge screwdriver underneath, you have to wedge one in these two spots. But if you go too deep, then you can damage the speaker. So be very careful when you do that. However, if you follow the instruction that is going to be linked in the video, in the description, you will do well. So what I plan on doing now is remove the cover from this unit, remove the cover from this one, probably starting with the white one. And I'll show you, I'm filming everything from a cell phone camera, so it's not very professional, probably sufficient for YouTube. Not very professional, but I'll try to do my best to show you how to crack open these covers. They are pretty tricky, but I was successful one time, and I have repaired the keypad once, and I plan on opening both of these and then do the switcher to replace the good parts and remove the bad parts. When you open the unit, this is the little plastic tooth that you should be mindful of, and this thing is about 1.75 inches from the corner on each side. There's another one here, and these are the guys that when you try to open, you have to wedge your screwdriver, so it's about this area. However, if you go too deep with your screwdriver, you can damage the speaker, so just be careful with that one. I've got some very solid forged short knives. These all come from thrift store. I don't use kitchen knives because there is always a risk of bending or destroying a good knife, so you don't want to do this. And I'm going to begin with the back. Now, I would leave this intact. You can pull it out. However, there is a latch in the socket that may cause the ribbon to get damaged if you pull it out. And so be mindful of the ribbon and also the little switch that goes to the printed circuit board. Other than that, you just begin with the back side and then go to the corner. And once you have that cracked open, then the rest will simply follow. However, you have to use a lot of strength. That's what I remember from the first time when I did it. I have been successful in making the first crack in the very corner. And the way I did it, I wedged two knives just like that, and then wedged a screwdriver, flat head screwdriver between them, and twisted the driver. If you have somebody to help you and hold the cover, that would help. I'm doing it all by myself. I just want to show you, this is the beginning of successful opening, and I can see some of the connectors have split. Now this is the progress, and the spinning disc has fallen out. Now you have to have strong hands, or you can use work gloves if you don't want to hurt your skin. And this is success. Split open, I have the parts. Now I'm going to do the same with the other unit. So I'm going to begin with the corner. I have just successfully crack split the corner. You can see, even when I put my fingernail, that this is already opening. And from this point on, it will be very easy to split alongside the entire cover. The cover splits open very nicely. However, you have to use a lot of force, I have to say. You've got to have strong hands, or probably use some kind of thin working gloves so you don't cut your skin. The cover opened, split open. There's a little bit of water damage on the buttons here. So I think I'm going to use the one from the other cover, from the white cover. And also I can see that the rubber pads, they have a damage here, they're cracked here. The way to put it back would be either glue it back with crazy glue, good for ABS, but I plan on doing what I did before, meaning put 4 screws, and that way this will be operable, openable. If I ever need to have access again to the CD cover, I can simply remove the screws and open it up for cleaning or for any other repair. There are broken edges all over the place, so I finally decided to leave it aside and put the light colored keypad in the black cover. So it's going to be a little bit of mismatch, but I think it's still better than the broken original. This is going to be a little bit of mismatch. I can live with it. You don't really look at that top of the CD all the time, so this will work. I have a set of brass threaded inserts. These are all metric from Amazon, different sizes, and I'm going to use 4 of these and insert them in the studs. They are plastic studs right here, so I've got 4 of them, and I'm going to match a size that is appropriate, and then mount the parts with 4 screws. So this is my plan. I have drilled a hole just a little bit larger than the original. You can compare the size. This is the original. This is slightly larger, but you have to go slow, because if you use electric drill, go too fast, you can drill it through, and you don't want to do this. And I'm going to use the insert like this. I'm going to heat it up with soldering iron. I lowered the temperature to 210 Celsius, and it seems to be perfect for the purpose. So this is 210, and I have one here, and all I do is insert my soldering iron and keep it straight and try to insert it as straight as possible. And when it heats up at some point, it will just go nice and smooth, go right in. You don't want to have it too hot, but 310 Celsius seems to be perfect. And I have last one to insert, this one here, heat it up a little bit, and squeeze it in. Okay, I'll remove the iron. I have 4 inserts, very nicely done. And all I have to do is take the corresponding part, the top part, and drill holes for M3 3mm bolts to the other side. So this will be the bottom facing the CD, and you want either countersink bolts, or bolts with pen head but very flat, so it doesn't stick out, doesn't scratch the CD. I mounted the 4 screws, and these are countersunk M3 10mm long with a hex head. I don't care for the hex head too much because we have to have a special tool instead of a Phillips screwdriver, but this came in a kit from Amazon. This was $7, and the price is for April 2026, and I use this size here, M3 10mm long. I use 4 of these guys, and comes a little 2mm Allen wrench, just like this one here. And there's a whole bunch of them because you get the washers, you get the nuts, and different length screws. Yeah, so this is the entire set. It's pretty handy, different lengths, and most importantly, this is all stainless steel. Looks very nicely made, machined properly. There's no imperfections, visible imperfections in it. So it's a very nice little set, and the whole count of pieces is 810. I will link it in the description of the video, and of course I use the inserts, the threaded inserts for the project, and these are also available. They are not very expensive, probably about the same, $7 for that, and people use them for 3D printing, and I use this for inserting the threads, metal threads, in the cover. Let me show you. The white one I'm not going to use. I have no need for it, so I'm probably going to discard. But when you look at the construction of it, these little studs are perfect to insert the threaded bits, the threaded brass pieces in them. And then you have a very easy way to mount the other part. You don't have to look for the right place to drill a hole because you have the places marked. So you drill through, then countersink. I'm not going to work on this one. I don't think I'm going to ever use it or need it. I just open it up to remove the keypad. So the reason I decided to post this video is to let you know that this is possible to open up these CD doors for service, because it looks perfect. Once you open it up, this thing looks like factory made. So I'm very happy with the result, and now I have a serviceable CD door. Because this video is unique as far as I know, I have never seen anyone opening these Bose CD doors. So would you kindly give it a thumbs up, so that way the algorithm will promote it to the point that if someone needs to do this kind of work, they'll get the information they need. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.